Hello, everyone. Today I wanted to share what the creative process behind my brain is. I woke up 6 in the morning, as usual, and decided to draw something from my imagination. I drew that angel from my head, and then I stopped myself from doing that. I don't know why. I just felt a block in my head. Then an idea came to mind that I should draw an African mask, as I used to do that before. I thought maybe this will bring me my inspiration back. So I started to quote unquote copy mask from a reference that I pulled out from the internet. I try not to think too much. I just continue to draw whatever I found on the internet very fast. And I enjoy this type of drawing. However, it takes a long time, and I started to feel this pressure that I usually put on myself. And before I started the next painting, I abandoned this one and began a process of active imagination because I was listening to a lecture about Carl Jung's active imagination, how you pick up a pen, pick up a piece of paper, and actually it was the same paper that I'm drawing on now, and I just wrote a little dialogue between me and the inner self, and my inner self just started to basically scream, and it was my inner child trying to get out, and he told me all sorts of things that I've been chaining him to, I don't know, some discipline that I don't even want to do necessarily, and that I should just pick up a brush, pick up a piece of paper that I bought, and just to start painting. So after I did all of these sort of sketch-like drawings of this mask and this angel, I picked up a piece of paper, just cut a piece of it. You will see it in the further minutes of this video. And I just began to draw just whatever came to my head, and I started to write things down. And then I painted over everything, but in the end, I was happy with the process, but you can't even imagine. My inner self was just screaming. It was like so unhappy that I even started to cry. Like I seriously, I wrote 2-3 sentences. I didn't even, the process is that you have to ask questions to your inner self. And I didn't even ask the question. The inner child just started to cry out that it wants to get out. It wants to be let out. So I just started to let it out a little bit. And I think from now on, I will continue the process of active imagination. I will do more of it. And seriously, it's a really cool exercise that anybody can do anywhere, anytime. We just need a little bit of peace, maybe quiet, but you can even do it when you're on a bus journey, and just speak to that inner voice that has been repressed and ask questions, because questions open up a huge realm of unknown. And I had this thing where I thought, oh, I'm just making this up. But as I learned in the lecture that these entities, they're separate beings from ourselves, and they just want to be let out as much as we want to let out our creativity. So once I started to do that, I just felt great sense of release, and I continued talking to that inner child throughout the day, and he was much happier. He was much happier that I allowed him to come out and sort of a bit more solid as a real human being is not that angry at me, and I know exactly what I'm gonna do when I come back home. I'm gonna continue painting this painting that you'll see me starting in a few seconds, because it was so nice to release. It was such a good feeling, because I tend to put myself in a very tight frame and I don't allow myself to expand. And this was just complete playing, because, painting is a lot to do with just playing. And if you don't play enough, then what's the point? We tend to put ourselves in cages, in these frames. Like, our ego just is so undeveloped compared to how quickly our inner child lets us develop. I I don't paint like this usually. I'm really like structured, and this was so good to let go of. So I don't know, I think I painted like a face. In my head, I had an intention to draw a head, but then I forgot about it, and in the end I saw that I drew a head. And there was a lot of writing that I put down that was in my head. Like, I was thinking about spheres, I was thinking about archetypes, and then I thought, what rhymes with sphere? It was a spear, and so I drew a spear. And then I remembered MF Doom's lyrics from one song where he says, "Spear through the clear air." So I drew an ear, and after a while, archetypes, so that comes from an arc, so I drew an arc. And then once I painted over the words that I wrote, because I didn't want it to be too lyrical, I just wanted to be like a painting. So I painted over it, and I liked the result that I got. So you can see me writing and painting now. So just wanted to say again, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed or liked the video, that would really help my channel. So I invite you to do that, and I will see you in the next video. And as always, peace and love to all of you. Thank you for coming and watching. Take care.